everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Kat, known as phamerina.planning here on YouTube and on Instagram. And today's video is a plan with me for the week of October 14th through the 20th using this academia kit from Paper Trail Plans, one of my favorite shops, foiled in light gold. When I sat down to do this kit, I was kind of kicking myself because I was like, what was past Cat thinking? She grabbed the kit, the florals, and the foiled sampler, and that was pretty much it. Like, what was I thinking? I don't know. So, um, I guess it worked out anyway because I had been doing a lot of like tilted boxes, a lot of experimenting in my spreads recently. So I kind of wanted to take it easy with like the boxes specifically. Has in I just was like, let's just make sure we stay in the columns this time, Cat. We keep the full boxes straight. And what's really great about Paper Trail Plans kits um, is that the owners, Susie and Jess, designed these full boxes so well. They have so many kind of journaling elements that you don't really need to do a lot of work with them. Honestly, you can lay them down on the page and they look amazing. Um, so I don't know if that's what past Cat was thinking. Um, but luckily it worked out really well because like I said, I've been doing a lot of experimenting lately, a lot of scene generation, a lot of um, trying to make the awkward spaces created by the tilted boxes work. Um, so the fact that this week is a Paper Trail Plans kit that really lent itself to parsing back on those like out of the box, out of the column techniques was really great. So the only other thing I pulled in to supplement this kit was the Saucy Stickers Co. Which one was it? Library Escape. Well, you could see it on the paper. It was just some girls reading, which I think lended itself very well to this kit because there's libraries and learning and education, and I knew I wanted to pull in one of the antique gold frames. I've been really vibing with them recently, even though I haven't used a lot of them, but I feel like it fit very well with the kind of antique or vintage vibe of this kit. So I pulled in a fashion person, which I haven't like really kind of done in a while, like one of these kind of um matte, like non-foil fashion people. And I feel like she just really added something to the spread. So since I knew when I got this in an oops kit, I knew I wanted to pull it into not an oops kit, an oops bag. I got this um page with the fashion people. Oh my goodness, I'm explaining this so badly. It was in an oops bag from Saucy Stickers Co. But when I saw it, I was like, yeah, we're gonna pull this in to the academia kit because they go hand in hand. And like I know Saucy's is one of Jess's favorite shops, so like blending your two favorite things, and it's one of my favorite shops, so it's blending like two favorite things together, and I feel like those two go hand in hand very well. Um so I really wanted to lean into like the sky motif. So I pulled in the deco to kind of make it look like the girl, like her head was in the clouds or her book was transporting her to a different place. So that was like my vision for all pulling in all of the cloud motifs, because I pulled it in from their cloud sampler that they released this year. I also made use of Tara's freebie from the Sticker Garden, made a lot of use of one of her freebies from Paper Trail Plans specifically. Had a lot of birds, sky, clouds, butterflies, twinkles, just to tie into that transportation, that um, where like reading, like well, let's say reading fiction can transport you to a different place, which I feel like, I mean, I primarily read fiction. I don't read like currently. I've got no energy or time for it. I wish I could. And I've spoken about it several times before. Um, but I think knowledge, like, because libraries to me are a place for escape and a place for knowledge, a place to gain knowledge, and I think knowledge also transports you somewhere else. Um, Basically, that quote, "Getting lost between the pages of a book is a wonderful place to be." Like, that's like my my driving vision. I guess is the best way to say that. And I really love that Paper Trail Plans is doing full length washi now. I've gotten this down. I've gotten this down. I just really like flipping through my planner and seeing how it looks. Like, in my back planner, my backpack planner, my inserts, I usually try to make the extended washi look whenever I can. So to be able to just like not have to fix the bottom somehow is really nice. So that is that. Like I said, boxes just went inside the columns, scattered them. Um and then I pulled in one of the transparent matte, what are they called? Like torn paper something or another. It's the full length washi version of it from Paper Trail, not Paper Trail Plan, Stash of Sun. Um, I'm debating on whether I need them in premium matte because I feel like for me the color payoff in premium matte might be worth more than the translucency of the transparent mattes. Um, so when Dash of Sun's designs open, when Chelsea opens up again in the cart, because I'm probably going to buy the entire collection on premium matte paper just to see. I made use of the date covers, and again, creating a sky up inside my date cover area to tie into that, head in the clouds kind of idea, or letting your imagination transport you somewhere. And I really, really freaking love the hot air balloons. They were so fun to pull in. Like, I know Sadie Stickers had them a while back, but I was trying to be good and not buy everything. Like, how many spreads with hot air balloons do I really need? Um, so I wish I had more hot air balloons, but obviously I had enough, because there was no need to really go that much more overboard with the hot air balloons, compared to what I have here. So now we're going on to the day by day. I did not have any of the alcohol inks from Paper Trail Plans for this collection. I just made use of the color washes or watercolor swatches from JK Creates Co. She's a pretty good collection. Not It's got a pretty solid base of colors. So for like really standard things, brown, blue, red. Although the red's a little more pinky. Um, the green, like but the problem is they're a little pastel. So when I want some bold colors, I have to kind of go with the ones that coordinate with kits, but that is a different tangent. So onto the day, onto the day by day. We start with a coffee Monday. Um, and my work commute was relatively quiet for some strange reason. Um, I didn't mark it. I didn't mark it down on here, but I marked it in my own personal notes because I didn't have enough room to mark everything on there. Maybe I did. I don't know. We'll find out. Um, the neighbor's tree fell. Actually, no. First, the time I know for the time, it had been 6 years since my cousin had passed away. On the 14th. So I just wanted to take a moment to remember that. And I guess, yes, I probably did mark that our neighbor's tree fell um, on their side. Luckily, nobody was hurt. But, large trees that are not maintained very well are a hazard. So I know he'd been cleaning that mess up for a little while. On Tuesday was paperwork day. What is number 2? I have 1 and 3 on my notes, but I don't have a 2. What am I doing? Maybe I only marked 2 things, which would kind of make sense based on what I'm doing down here. Um, and that maybe that is a 2 that looks like a 3. Then I set up the rest of the year on my on my Kanban for YouTube. This was before the unexpected workload that I am in right now. So I'm trying to make sure I have enough content out there, trying to get ahead during this little break that I have in work. I did pull in Jess's freebie from Saucy Stickers. Like I said, I feel like they coordinated really well with this kit because she pulled a lot of layering elements, a lot of dainty elements. So I feel like it worked really well. And what I really enjoyed, what I finally figured out was how to use these like torn paper thingies. So they had one that was scenic, and I was like, how about we just make it look like the page was torn, and then there was this background here. That's why I put the balloon there and the bird to make it seem like it was like coming onto the page or out of the page. I maybe people already realized that, but I didn't realize that. So when I had that realization, I was like, oh, that's how we use these types of strips. Makes sense. Game changer for me. It was a game changer. We had pizza for dinner that night, um, which I marked on a Thursday. On Thursday, actually, Bub was with my family for the night. So he went to go get food trucks with the family, and me and my extra way, I couldn't just like do boxes. I had to do little like scenes or little moments rather than scenes, moments where I like layer the deco and kind of make it come together. So that was one of those, like, of course I could have marked other things. Actually, I didn't really have that day wasn't really interesting. The only other thing I wrote down was dirty rice for dinner. And what I'm going to mark was watching Canada's Worst Driver. Um so I utilized the fact that this was a boring week um to just play with like the different types of stickers we have here. So again, very much like the little city scene you had here, this I used this to kind of simulate like a forest background. It's definitely a hedge. But that's why I pulled in the little deer, because it made sense to kind of have them against the foliage. Um that was that thought. Then on Friday, we have to flip the page here. Friday was some sticker shopping. Let's see if I can make a note of which one it was. Oh, it's from Dash of Sun. This was this the I think this was probably the Christmas kit one. I know she's been struggling with well, she's already made the announcement, and this is going to go up in a little while after I'm doing this voiceover. But she's been struggling with her machines and cutting, and she's been working nonstop. So that's why she decided to close her shop down for a little bit and open with a Boxing Day sale rather than the Black Friday sale, which will have already happened by the time this video goes up. But yeah, she deserves a break. She'd been killing it, and now she deserves a break. So we started the day with some sticker shopping. I finally got the Pretty Pink Co. anniversary happy mail, and then my husband's friend from college, who I would consider him my friend too, Josh. He came to visit because we were having Bub's birthday celebration this weekend. So he had yet to meet Bub at this point. But he was coming in from New York City, so I thought it was kind of crazy that he thought he was going to get to our place in time, because traffic from New York City to Philadelphia is not it's not a joke. It takes forever. Literally takes forever. So he did stop by really late that night, but then he had to leave to go to his hotel. We would have offered for him to stay with our place, but he is deathly allergic to our cats. So he couldn't stay at our place. Otherwise, he might have died. So he stayed at a hotel for that purpose. On Saturday, I made breakfast. We had bacon and eggs. Then we went to a garden called Chanticleer Garden. The Philadelphia area is the garden capital of, I'm pretty sure it's of the states, but I know for sure of the US, of the country. Um, I'm fairly certain it's not of the world, but I know the Philadelphia area is the garden capital of the country. So, like, we have an abundance of arboretums and botanical gardens. Chanticleer is known as a pleasure garden. Um, and there's a lot of little like nooks and crannies and interesting features and architecture, which is why I'm assuming it's called a pleasure garden. Uh, it's relatively small. It was fun to walk through. It's like small and big at the same time. I guess like Longwood Gardens is big to me, so that's why I think Chanticleer is so small. And then we had pizza for dinner. Then on Sunday, why didn't I mark what I didn't mark down my numbers. Let's see. On Sunday, let's just run through the list of what I wrote down here. We had Everything Bagel, which was one of our bagel places from where we used to live. Josh loves Everything Bagel, so every time he comes to our side of the country, he gets Everything Bagel. We also had Bub's birthday celebration, his 2-year birthday celebration. He was actually born on the 22nd, but um, easier to celebrate on the weekend. And then I ended the night with a planning sesh. So here's the spread. I actually really love how this turns out. I think actually keeping the boxes inside the columns really adds to it, and like in a way allowed for me to do something different. It was a challenge in a sense because now I'm like working differently than I usually do. So that is the spread. I hope you enjoyed the spread and this video and my rambly talk throughs. And if you did, I would love it if you gave the video a like. Leave me. Oh, wait, I forgot. I had these. So on the paper trail plans, there's like a little bit of floral deco. And I was like, well, instead of trying to like save this, we're just gonna scatter this around somewhere. So this at this point in time was when I realized, let me just put it down somewhere. We'll make it work. There. Now the spread is done. And here's another wiggle. Back to spiel. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like the video, leave a comment below, and please subscribe to my little channel here. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.